Hi there, Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, and this is your weekly love letter from the dojo at naturalintuition.com, your source for channeled holistic stress management techniques and guidance for developing your natural intuition. This week in particular, Source wants you to define your peace. Define your peace. So what this is about is getting really clear on exactly what is your version of feeling peaceful, feeling at ease, feeling grounded, feeling healthy, right? And feeling stress-free. It's up to you to clearly define it. So let's get into that. When it's time for us to define our terms, it's really about setting a foundation for our mindset. And that's the purpose of defining things in the first place. So this is really a mindset shift that Source, that God, is calling you to this week in particular. Now my guides are saying, the reason why Source is saying this is that you have been going according to someone else's or something else's protocol of what should make you relaxed. So perhaps slowing down and meditating and laying out according to someone else's program or protocol or expectations has been what you've been going by. Like, okay, so I need to relax. I'm going to sign up for this program and I'm going to do X amount of yoga classes and that should make me peaceful or at ease, right? So there's one version. Or you get it from your parents, right? Or your social circle, or the media, or even our own homegrown expectations on ourselves that we push. This should calm me down. Or I don't know how to relax. That's another option. But your own version of peace is going to be unique to you. This week in particular, it's time for you to uncover and discover that for yourself. So, this is about journaling, yes, but it's also, moreover, I'm hearing the guides saying, tracking and monitoring yourself. So, perhaps you've been on a trip to the nutritionist or dietitian, and they're saying that you need to change your diet. One of the first things that they'll do is say, okay, keep a food diary, right? So that we have an idea, let's say for 5 days or 7 days, what do you put into you and how that affects you, right? How do you feel? In this instance, this week in particular, Source is saying, track what you are putting into you that creates or is supposed to create your peaceful, grounded state. How many things do you do for yourself, right? For your self-care. Are you doing them regularly or irregularly? Do some things need to be increased because they have an excellent effect? And do some things need to be decreased because they sound good on paper, they look good on the outside, but they're not really having the effect that you need the most from that self-care practice. Kickboxing isn't for everybody, right? Walks outside aren't necessarily for everybody. Maybe your walks need to be on a standing treadmill desk so that you can be typing while you walk. Hours and hours of video games is not for everybody. Or maybe doing it, some of you out there watching, might be watching hours and hours of TV or hours and hours of video games or Candy Crush, right? On the iPad or the iPhone, you know, your Android. And it's a little bit of calming, but it's poof, gone as soon as you're finished. Right? So track what are you doing for self-care and to manage how you feel, to manage your boredom, to manage your anger, to manage your fatigue, to manage your frustration, sadness, and stress. watch what you do over this week in particular so that you can clearly define what's working and what's not working. Now the guides are saying, pull the oracle card, Victoria. Healing with the fairies is what's coming through in the energy of who wants to help weigh in on this topic. Fairies, what do we need to know right now about defining our peace? Is there anything else that we need to know? This is beautiful. Honoring your true feelings. And this is where we'll leave off for the week. The way to honor yourself and become more self-aware is by observing yourself. So this is a self-observation week. You can't really improve your self-care if you have no idea what you're, one, doing, if anything, and two, what's the direct effect on you. Okay? As you look at what you're doing, you've got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I really don't like that yoga class. Or you know what? I'm seeing my therapist. I really don't like him. We're not going anywhere. Or if you're in business, you know, I'm in this networking group, or I'm with this coach, or I have this client. This isn't serving me. This is taking away from my peace rather than adding to it. Okay? But you've got to tune in to what your true feelings are in order to know whether or not it serves you in the first place. So I totally am so grateful for the fairies to point that out. It's about finding your center. Send me an email back, comment below. Make sure that you subscribe on YouTube so that you get your love letters first every week. But comment back. What's coming up for you? What did you start tracking and realize, oh my gosh, I need to do more of this? Like, I meditated and I had a whole different day than I thought I would by meditating for 5 minutes in the morning. I should do more of that, right? Send me that. I want to hear about it. Okay? I'm sending you so much love. I believe in you. You can do this, right? Take your time and do it right. I'll see you next week. Mwah! Bye!